61, 62, 63.
I got more than 64.
No, that's the likes on my new post.
You're ridiculous.
Okay, welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of the Q&A show. What are we doing here? We're back with another episode.
Q&A show right here at Arizona Training Lab.
Scott just did some crunches, pretty impressive.
About 150, give or take.
We'll roll with that number for the sake of this.
Yeah.
We got a question.
We got a great question, actually. This week's question comes in for Travis. You remember how to do the question? They remember how to do the question thing?
Yes, drop questions below. We'll answer them for any future episode that you want to watch.
Sounded kind of militant.
You know, it was programmed out.
Oh, well, okay. Anyway, Travis writes in, he says, if I train my abs, dear Dave, if I train my abs really hard every day, will I get a six-pack?
No.
You're so encouraging. This is about how encouraging you are in boot camp.
It's a black and white question. No. Training your abs is great. Okay, we gotta have a conversation.
Let's back this up about the six-pack.
Okay, we gotta have this conversation. Let's talk about core, okay?
But first of all, let's give them some positive. It's a glass half full. Everybody's got one.
Right. Everyone's got one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's there.
It's there somewhere.
So you have a core, and your core is essentially there to help stabilize your spine. That's the best way to really think about it. So I like to focus on two things when it comes to core training: core stabilization and core strength. Now, when you think of core stabilization, think of like a Pallof press or a plank hold, those types of movements. You can Google those if you are unfamiliar with those. Those are gonna be more for the core stabilization. And then you have core strength, which would be more of like a crunch or like a wood chop or something like that. They can merge, they can work together, stabilization and strength, but however, those are the kind of two ways you need to think about training core.
But Dave, back up, you just started the episode off saying that neither stabilization nor core strength are going to give you a six-pack that Travis here wants.
Diet's gonna do that.
There it is, that's what I was looking for.
Bingo, we gotta lead into that.
Oh, okay, slowly.
But
slowly.
when you think of your core too, like really think about your rectus abdominis, think about your transverse, your obliques, think about your glutes, your QL, your multifidus, think about your lower back.
Which one's
on the back
multifidus?
side? It runs right up along your spine.
Okay.
Those types of muscles all are essentially your core. And you need to work all of those when you do core training. So crunches, you can do them. It's gonna help strengthen your midsection. It's gonna help, hopefully, if you do more movements than just crunches, you focus on some stabilization as well, it can all be beneficial.
Right.
Now,
diet, here it comes.
Now, I think we talked about it last episode.
Yeah.
Some principles.
Yeah, we talked about some of the basic principles.
And what were those?
I think, well, here's the thing. Those principles are all great, but to get the six-pack takes a little more aggressive dieting.
It does.
So I would say, I would personally say, from experience anyway, and looking at before and afters on the board over there, that Whole30 is a great way to get those abs to come through.
Here's the thing. It's all going to depend on where you currently are and your time frame and your commitment to being consistent.
Right.
Now, I will say this just from my experience of doing some stuff in the fitness industry, there's going to be a level of discomfort that you're going to have to go through in order to get to that point. You like when you see these like magazine shoots and people that are completely ripped up or they're on stage, they
like the ones that you've done.
The ones that I've done. Yeah. Those. I mean, you are depleted. You are hungry.
Yeah.
You probably didn't hang out with anyone for a couple weeks because it's very, you want to stay.
Yeah,
in,
but I'm going to call you
tough.
out. I've seen you have like a cinnamon roll before you got into a shoot.
No, I have not. I absolutely have not. I would like to, but have not. But to get to that level, it's a different level of commitment and, once again, consistency. You're gonna really have to dial it in. Now, can you get lean and look good, and have your six-pack come through? Absolutely. You don't have to be that strict or, stingent on your diet, but you can still get there.
I think the most important thing is any of this is not about the I think people get so hung up on the destination, the goal. It's about the journey.
Sure.
And if you make this about the journey rather than the destination of the goal,
You'll get results.
You'll get results every step of the way.
And that's one thing, and this is kind of off topic, but it covers this, is, especially when we do our challenges, we don't want anyone to step on a scale, because that just gives you kind of that mind where, you don't think it's working. And that's the reason why you don't want to. So when you're on kind of this fitness path, or you're getting into fitness and you're doing it, very rarely do you want to do that, or very rarely do you want to test your body fat, simply because you don't want it to prevent you from stopping.
Right.
And it can do that because you're not always, we have a great blog on my website about why the scale weight fluctuates. You might just have a certain time of the month. You might just had some carbs, some water, so
too much
scale,
salt.
so the scale is going to tell you one thing, even though your body's on the right path. So that's kind of deviating from this to answer the question. No, crunches are not going to directly, you can't spot target areas that you want to bring out.
Right.
Like, does that make sense?
As far as fat loss.
Totally.
Yeah.
So do them correctly.
But you'll get there.
If you diet properly.
Right.
With
Sometimes this is the last area to go.
It's the hardest part to go, man. It's definitely the hardest part. But that's a good question.
Yeah,
I think a
it's a
lot
great
of people
question.
ask that, and it's one of those that it's probably asked too often. So you can absolutely get there. It's just going to take a collected effort of fitness, nutrition, diet, and sleep. I mean, everything. It's just everything. Stress, all that's going to play a huge role in it. So.
And I'd say that's going to be a good answer to Travis's question, say for the fact that we're going to have to mark this one mature because of your F-bomb.
There's no subtitles, I don't think. Right? Chris can go beep. He can put a little beep on it, right?
I think you can.
And they put a little black thing around my mouth as soon as
yeah.
I do it, so you can't
Little
tell
X.
what word it was.
Little X.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Instagram.
So follow us, Twitter,
Facebook,
and on Snapchat, and
YouTube.
right here on YouTube. Yeah.
Drop questions below. Thank you so much for watching.
We'll see you next
see
time.
You shortly.
F this, f that.